Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Aquarius January 29, 2023. It may be best to keep your plans fairly open and your expectations realistic today. There's a tendency for people to take things quite personally, especially a friend or partner, and it's best to stay centered and avoid expecting too much from regular things and people. You may be misjudging situations or are suffering the minor but annoying consequences of past poor planning. A fresh or new approach can keep you engaged, and if there is some room left for surprises, you're in the best shape. Avoid drawing final conclusions from what you see today, as the complete picture has yet to be available. Of all the zodiac signs, you've had some of the most visionary and futuristic ideas in recent years, especially since 2018. This is because the Great Awakener planet, Uranus, has been cycling back and forth through your solar house. When it comes to your personal and romantic life, this has likely encouraged you to meet unique, eccentric, or visionary people that live in nearby surroundings if single. If coupled up, you've likely been bounding around more than usual to festive, awe-inspiring nearby locales. Embrace the exhilarating wind beneath your sails and see where the horizon will lead with your lover at your side. Your professional aspirations are worth pursuing. There might be a sliver of doubt regarding if now is the time to pursue your goals or dreams, since Mercury in Capricorn will square Chiron in Aries today. The square will feel tense as you might be unsure about the security or value of your aspirations. But this should not be a reason to stall from pursuing your goals. If anything, you should think of this square as an opportunity to test the waters by taking a leap of faith with your professional aspirations. As is the case with each monthly visit, the moon is spending its final hours in your income sector, aligned with the dwarf planet Eris, the warrior princess of the cosmos. The difference this time is that this first visit since Eris' direct turn has not only seen her warrior spirit come out of hibernation, but just as Jupiter has the means and the resources to move things forward. You will probably be frustrated by all the misfiring that goes on due to the celestial atmosphere prevailing today. This is a perfect opportunity to learn about yourself and how you respond to frustration. One thing to notice is how the food you eat supports you or sabotages you under circumstances of frustration. Try to reduce your sugar intake and increase your intake of raw fruits and vegetables. Meanwhile, drink plenty of water. With a healthy diet, what once frustrated you could become merely amusing. If there's a relationship within your family unit that is struggling, this can be the day to find the solutions to remedy the situation. It might be that someone there is holding a grudge. If so, perhaps you would be the best person to point out that this is a futile approach to resolving any problem, and that there comes a time when letting go is the best solution for everyone involved. See about getting people talking on this day, and help out where you can. In her first full day in Pisces, Venus is giving you a chance to listen to your heart and even indulge in some wishful thinking before your birthday month and new solar year begins. Last year Venus returned after your birthday month had ended, but with the sun still 3 weeks away, this is giving her a chance to not only get in first but spend some one-on-one time with dreamy Neptune before there is a need to have your eyes open and feet on the ground. This is giving you a better chance to design the kind of year you want. Last year Venus, the planet of love, didn't return to Pisces until April, and she had to compete with Jupiter and his focus on building for the future across all aspects of your life. This time, Venus has returned so far ahead of the Sun and before your birthday month and new solar year begins that she is getting to spend some alone time with dreamy Neptune. This is going to fuel your romantic confidence, fantasies, desires, and expectations over the coming days and weeks. Our eyes in the sky. Mercury in Capricorn squares off with healing centaur Chiron, currently in Aries. This transit gives us a chance to understand and process the deep wounds that need to be healed within ourselves. Also, we might feel moved to check in on those people who aren't in a good emotional place and show that we care. Being there for others in their time of need is extremely important now. Action you take today may significantly annoy someone else in your workplace. Other people's moods are going to put a damper on you and your work, but this is no reason to slow down or change course. Continue on regardless of others. A tendency to push yourself forward creates an adverse impression with the people you meet. Even if it's not intentional, your attitude disrupts any potential for things to run smoothly. Try to restrain yourself. Otherwise, you're unlikely to impress anyone since your boastful manner makes you seem conceited and unapproachable. Full of positive energy, the composure you're able to show is obvious for all to see and indicates that your mind and body are in total harmony. Allow others to share in your positive outlook. Try to get them to join you in your regime for healthy sporting activity or exercise routines. You find you're a good motivator. Are you in need of money to invest in new projects? Then go ahead with your plans, because circumstances are favorable. Friends who give you advice are being honest with you for the most part. If you want to purchase something, you can do it now. You will make the right choice and won't be misled by sales staff. In the pre-dawn hours, Mercury in Capricorn squares off with Chiron in Aries, making communication a challenge. Today's events cause us to feel insecure or ignorant. Instead of backing off when we experience a conflict, we double down. Others fail to understand our logic and our worst fears become a self-fulfilling prophecy, that we may not know as much as we think. Ultimately, forcing ourselves to overcome misunderstandings or projections makes us better communicators. But it won't feel like it today. Not until we have some distance from our current dilemma will we be able to understand its significance. You're not making the headway you think you ought to be making. Feeling confined, you want to make some changes to your life. You need to put the new ideas and plans you have into action. Don't delay any longer. If you share your thoughts and ideas with those closest to you, you're able to rely on their steadfast support for the future. You may find yourself rushing from one place to another. People demand your attention and want to involve you in their conversations. The sound advice you can contribute, provide the necessary impetus required to implement new schemes or ideas that result. Take some well-deserved leisure time for yourself. After sunup, Mercury opposes Pallas, the goddess asteroid of sacred wisdom, in Cancer. This aspect is a frustrating complement to the Mercury-Chiron square. We feel inept and unable to visualize a path forward in our predicament. It appears there are too many hurdles to overcome to anticipate any kind of victory. However, because Pallas is currently retrograde, we are encouraged to reconsider our plans without stressing over their future implementation. Back up and get perspective. The more you push your point, the less headway you are going to make. Consider a holistic approach to this issue. Perhaps you should be listening and empathizing more than speaking.